So we start this session. My introductions I have already given to you a little bit. That is, I have also completed BTech, same as you are doing or you have done. Then I have done MCP, Microsoft Certified Professional in Windows Server. Then MCSE in Exchange, MCSA in Office 365, and MCTS. I have also done Microsoft Link certification, then Teams, currently Microsoft Teams, then after that AWS, Solution Architect, AWS, DevOps, and 20 plus years in experiences, IT industries. So this training, the basic concept, cloud computing. The main questions when coming in a cloud computing is, that is, everyone asks when we go to interview or when we go to any training, what is cloud and why we go to the cloud? So yes, please answer the question. It's a simple question. So every audience, whatever the answer you know, please raise your hand, give the answer. If you give the answer, so I also know that that is what is going in your mind and how much knowledge you are regarding this course. It's not that is, I assume that is you give me the 100% answer, but yes, please try to give the answer, because if anyone goes to the interview, simple question, what is cloud? What is cloud and why we can use a cloud? So raise the hand, give the answer, what is cloud? And why we go to the cloud? Anyone? Yes, please. No one? Just unmute your mic and give the answer. What is cloud? It's a very simple question. And I assume that is everyone knows what is cloud and why we can use a cloud. See, what is cloud? And first thing, why we can go to the cloud. So why we can go to the cloud? Right. Cloud is like a virtual storage area where we can store any information virtually, 100% correct. But why we can go to the cloud? The question asking is why we can go to the cloud. The simple thing, see, actually I will give you something. Just minimize this. If anyone give the answer, please unmute, give the answer. So because chat options, so this here. So see, actually the simple why we can go to the cloud and what is cloud. For example, when I am doing one project, Ratnakar Bank in Mumbai, before 10 years, I'm doing one project for Ratnakar Bank. And what we found, that is, we have created one DC here. Domain controller. Everyone knows what is a domain controller. If no, that is domain controller used for authentication purpose. It's a simple. And after that, I have created one a file server. File server. What is a file server? That is, if you save any data in server, we have to create a file server and we give user some space. For example, 10 GB space or 20 GB space for every user. So, for example, in your organization, some 5,000 people or 10,000 people or 1,000 people present, and we give 10 GB space for every user. Right. So, you multiply with 10 GB into 100 people, whatever the amount. For example, Anmol have only stored 2 GB space in this file server. This is basic concept. Everyone knows, everyone want to know this thing. 2 GB Anmol have utilized from their 10 GB. What about 8 GB? This 8 GB is just sitting, just idle in the server, in the file server. And you and our IT team is maintaining 8 GB space, maintenance of 8 GB space also, that user is not occupying. Maybe user occupying features or may not, but we can handle this, we can manage this, right? But in cloud computing, the best benefit is that is, for example, if you can use a 2 GB space, then you can only pay amount of 2 GB. In futures, if you want a 5 GB space, then you pay 5 GB amount space. If you want 20 GB space, then you will only pay 20 GB space. So this 8 GB space that currently in on-premise server that you are using or you are paying or you are maintaining, that you will save. This is a simple example. Second example, for example, if you are creating a DC, if you are creating a change server, if you are creating a storage servers, so you need to maintain everything. You need to purchase everything. For example, Amazon or Ola, Uber cab. For example, in this year, I had started my company, and in this year, only 10 people present in my company or 10 staff present in company. And in future, for example, it goes to 500 and 200. So what we need to do? We need to purchase, we need to increase our staff, we need to maintain the servers. But in cloud, what we want? In cloud, whatever the things you purchase, you need to only pay. Whatever things you use, only that you need to payment to the cloud. For example, if you need 2 GB space, you need to pay the 2 GB space amount. If you need a 5 GB space, you need to 5 GB space. If you want a 10 GB, then you pay a 10 GB space. So these are the benefits of basic fundamental benefits of cloud computing. So what is cloud? In simple terms, cloud computing is a range of service delivered over the internet or the cloud. It means remote server to store and access data instead of relying on local hard drive and private data center. For example, this is a cloud. So if you want to purchase a DC, you just create one DC here. If you want to create a file storage server, you just create a file storage space. If you want to create a DC, font size less. Suppose you want to DC here. For example, you purchase a DC, you purchase a file server, you purchase a change server, you purchase any server, you purchase application servers, and whatever the things you want to use, only that you need to pay to the cloud. so, so market is going on a cloud. Every company try to go to the cloud, or mostly people or mostly company already gone to the cloud. For example, if anyone knows that is a Exchange, previously Exchange is present in on-premise server. Now Microsoft launched a concept of Office 365. So what is Office 365? Office 365 is also Microsoft Cloud Services. The same for the Amazon AWS. AWS is also cloud provider company. Microsoft is cloud provider. Amazon AWS is also cloud provider. So whatever you need to do in cloud, you purchase from cloud. You purchase a DC, you purchase a file server, you purchase any web application server, and you can manage, and you can purchase only the same amount. So these are the basic concept. Then the things is coming. There are three things coming in a cloud. That is a private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. First, I think everyone knows what is a cloud. What is a cloud? Again, give the answer. What is a cloud computing? Please give on chat or on just speakers. What is a cloud computing? Again, give the cloud computing. What is a cloud computing? Please give the answer. That is, cloud computing is nothing. That is, cloud computing is a range of service delivered over the internet. Single line sentence, single line definition is that is, cloud computing is a range of service delivered over the internet or the cloud. So it is called as a cloud computing. That is, either you can purchase a network, you can use either you can purchase a firewall, either you can purchase a server, either you can use a local desktop machine, that is Amazon desktop machine or servers or anything. Whatever you can use a service that you should pay. That is cloud computing, the range of service delivered over the internet or the cloud. Right. So next thing is private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. There are three types. What is this? Anyone give the answer? What is a private cloud? Private cloud. If you have any questions, raise your hands, ask the questions. This is a private cloud. Second one is public cloud. And third one is yeah. Anyone What is the private cloud? Give the answer. What is the private cloud? What is private cloud? Yes, give the answer on chat. What is private cloud? I will give you 2 minutes. What is the private cloud? Give the answer. Otherwise, I will give you the answer. What is private cloud? No. Azure and AWS. And what is public cloud? Anyone? Anyone try to give answer? Please, yes. See, actually, when you give the answer, then only we also know and you also know that is you are saying right or you are saying wrong. So when you go in a session, ask the questions and try to give the answer. So we'll interact each other. And we also know that is what is going on your mind. What is the answer? What is answer going on your mind? Right? What is private cloud? Internal network. Environment in which hardware and software resources are dedicated exclusively. Anyone? So correct answer, environment in which hardware and software resources are dedicated exclusively. Private cloud is an internal cloud or corporate cloud. Okay. So what is a public cloud? Public cloud is a cloud deployment model where computing resources are owned and operated by provider and shared across multiple tenants via the internet. This is the total copy definition of internet. Okay, what is public cloud? AWS, GCP, Azure. Can anyone explain what is a public cloud? Public cloud can be accessed by anyone. For example, Google. Very good. And what is hybrid cloud? Private cloud is mix of public and private cloud. Right. So see, what is a private cloud? Private cloud provides a proprietary cloud environment dedicated to a single business entity with physical component stored on premises or at a vendor data center. Means what? That is just we read this. For example, see what is a private cloud? Because this question is very important when you go to the interview, when you go to any interviews or any technical discussion. These are the basic questions and it is very important question. So your concept will be clear. What is cloud? Why we can go to the cloud computing? And what is a private cloud? What is a public cloud? What is a hybrid cloud? So for example, this is Ratnakar Bank. For example, this is for example, just minimize here and type here. Example here, Ratnakar Bank. Example, Ratnakar Bank. And Ratnakar Bank is a bank, and bank organization does not want, that is, they want a dedicated server. They want a dedicated key. Anyone in this team have visited any data centers or see any data centers? What is the data centers? Anyone know? Otherwise, not these, no issues. What is a data center? Anyone know what is a data center? See, just give only 2 minutes. I will give you. If you know what is a data center, just in chat. No, I have not seen. What is a data center? You know this word. What is a data center? Bunch of server router. Okay, data center provides server. See, basic idea is what is data center, because I have worked on a data center for 3 years and I have visited and I have done the project. What is a data center? Data center is nothing. That is one space, one company. Previously, when I on the entity data centers, entity previously the NetMagic, then entity purchased the NetMagic. So what is a data center? Data center is one space, for example, your home or anything. There's a big space, not a home, but big space. And in that, they have to create a case. They have to create a racks. In racks, many servers are mounted. So network cables are present, electricity backups are present. If electricity gone, they purchase, for example, Tata electricity, otherwise Tata gone down, then Reliance electricity. If Reliance electricity also down, then they have the generators facility. So 24/7 electricity, 24/7 uptime they will provide you. And racks means many thousand lakh servers are rack mounted on the data centers. And there is one also concept that is called the keys. Keys concept in what? That is, for example, the big company, not a small company, the big company, they have to purchase a keys in a data center. What is the meaning of keys of data center? That is, they have to create a space. For example, this your room is, for example, big room or big hall. In hall, that they have to create one small space. In that, for example, this is data center, so they have to given this much space. This much space is your keys. For example, we have to delete this. So this is a data center. In that they have to given this space. So this is called as a case. So you need to pay the amount of this case. The second biggest challenge is what? That is, for example, the Ratnakar Bank data center, that Net Magic data center is in Mumbai. And for example, in Mumbai, some flood occurs or some earthquake occurs or any disaster occurs and your data center down. Then what? So they what they had done, what they will do. Any idea what they are doing? Just give me, I will give you 2 minutes. Just explain in chat what they will do. DR setup, very good. DR setup. What is a DR setup? DR setup is nothing, that is replications copy of this data center in another location, in another geolocation. Geo is very important, that is geographic location. For example, if this data center is an Indian bank, Ratnakar Bank, so for example, they have to purchase before going to the cloud. I'm explaining this thing before going to the cloud. For example, they have hosted their data center in Mumbai location. So what they had done when I am doing this project, they have done their backup in a Bangalore data centers. For example, same replicated copy, same everything here, same everything here. This is called as a DC, this is called as a DR. So if Mumbai location and Mumbai location have a electricity, one electricity fail, they go to the second electricity. If second electricity goes, then they have go to the generator back. For example, Tata Internet down, then go have to some different company, Reliance Internet. If Reliance Internet gone, then they have to come to another back. But if any physical disaster occurs or if any fire disaster occurs, then what? For that reason, they have to create a DR for a backup. Same replication copy. If anything occurs in a Mumbai location, then they have to move the things to the Bangalore location. Same thing coming on the cloud also. When we go to the deep, I will show in a practical session, then I will show you all the things. For example, if you purchase any VM, if you purchase any server in cloud, then they have also created a backup of some another locations. You will need to select. They will not do anything for you. You design your data centers, you design your servers, and you bet whatever things you have purchased from them. Previously, what we are doing, previously Ratnakar Bank purchased all the things from the NetMagic. Now, what Ratnakar Bank do when they go to the cloud, they will purchase this thing from the AWS. But the benefit to purchase AWS is, for example, previously, that is, I have given you the example, previously they will give 10 GB space for every user. But now they will not give 10 GB space, they will not pay 10 GB space. If user can use a 2 GB space, they will pay for 2 GB only space. 2 GB space charge. If user will use a 5 GB space, they will pay just 5. So scaling features is present in cloud. Previously in on-premises data center, scaling features is not available. For example, if you purchase a 100 GB hard disk, so we will distribute that 100 GB hard disk in 10 people. For example, 10 GB. And if you want a more requirement, then we need again purchase a 100 GB hard disk and again mount it from your servers. Right? So we go to the purchasing part, we go to the billing part, everything. But in cloud, they will scale it. They will scale all the things. So same thing when we go to the cloud, when we go to the purchase any VM, any hardware, any software. So they will also create a backup for you. You select the region. For example, in the Mumbai locations, we have created one data centers from your company. For Ratnakar Bank, go to the AWS. Ratnakar Bank, go to the Azure. They will ask, that is, I need these type of servers. I need Windows server, I need Exchange server, I need web server, I need storage servers. In Mumbai location, my primary location is Mumbai, and my secondary location, my DR location, is Bangalore. And if the big country is so, they will select different country also. If you want in a same country, then they will select the same country. If you want in a different country, for example, first primary data center is Mumbai or India, and second copy is US or anywhere, Chennai or Russia or anywhere in a different country also, then also we will select. So these facility is present. So what is a private cloud? In private cloud, they will give you the dedicated resources. It's a high costly private cloud. Then coming on the public cloud. Public cloud is very cheap in comparison in cloud concept. And what is a public cloud? Anyone please give the answer. What is a public cloud? Everyone, I think, knows what is public cloud, but please give the answer. What is public cloud?
Excuse me, Mr. Anmol.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you please adjust your camera a little bit because your face is not being visible on the screen.
Camera is not so much good. Now you're
yes, now it's fine.
So what is a public cloud? Yes. Please, everyone, answer me. What is a public cloud? Everyone knows public cloud, hybrid public cloud. What is public cloud? Then I will go to the hybrid cloud. What is public cloud? Yes, give one answer on chat. What is public cloud? Yes. Everyone, please try to give the answer. What is public cloud? Yes, little bit some more try public cloud. Yes. So how much people try to give the answer? Everyone easily accessible for everyone is a public cloud. Taking services on rent, right? Very good. Taking services on rent. Right. Okay, so most people give a correct answer. What is a public cloud? That is public cloud. That is everything on the cloud. Whatever things you need to purchase, you can pay only that much amount. Mostly simple. That is, for example, if you want a space, more space, then they will scale your whatever. For example, currently, if you want 100 GB space, in future, if you want 200 GB space, then you can scale your space, scale your hard disk space, and you need to give the charges for that. That is called as a public cloud. Private cloud already concept that is they give you a case, they give you area of that in their data center, so it is very costly. Public cloud is a less costly in comparison in a cloud terms. In a internet term, public cloud is a less cost. What is a hybrid cloud? Anyone explain what is a hybrid cloud? And why company need a hybrid cloud? Just please try to give the answer. Right. Combination of private and public. Right. It's very correct answer. But why we want hybrid cloud? Yes, why want hybrid cloud? And even please explain why hybrid cloud is the combination of public and private cloud because of facilities are fast. Facilities are fast. Anyone makes up right? What is hybrid cloud? That is mix of public and but why we want hybrid cloud? Take care of security, right? Take care of security. Data. C, right? Very good. Applications are running in a combination of a different environment. Anyone? Some of the client needs private access to maintain a private data, and other end to server should be accessible by free public users. Some resource has to be accessible to anyone. Some are restricted to the organization. In an organization, some department may require private cloud or some may require public. In an organization, some department may require a private cloud or some may require public cloud. So hybrid cloud. But why department require a private cloud? Right. So correct thing that in an organization, some department may require a private cloud or some may require a public cloud. Right. The thing is that what is a private cloud and private cloud? I have already explained public cloud. Everyone know that. Then concept comes to the hybrid cloud. Let's type this hybrid cloud. What is the hybrid cloud? Hybrid cloud is a combination of private and public cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of private cloud. Right. Everyone knows now. I assume that everyone knows what is a private cloud and everyone knows what is a public cloud. And what hybrid cloud is a combination of private and public cloud. But why company want hybrid cloud? The question is what? That is why company want hybrid cloud. The answer is that two things. First thing, that is some applications dependency. There is some application dependency, that is some ports need some ports or some security features or some any dependency of applications. So they need that application in on premises. Second thing, they need some existing more security. They have not trust. They have wanted more security. For that reason, they store their data in on-premises data center. They don't want to move the data on a public cloud. For that reason, they store their data in a private cloud. For example, if this company, for example, ABC is a company and in that 10,000 or 50,000, 20,000 employees present in ABC. So what company do? For example, if you take example of Johnson and Johnson, that is some 50,000 to 1 lakh employees working in the Johnson and Johnson all over the globe. So mostly when I am deploying their projects, mostly they have moved their data in the cloud, in the Office 365. But some application they have not moved to the cloud. Why? Because some application dependency, some port dependency, some restrictions. And second thing, some data, for example, VIP or VVVIP person, they not need move their mailboxes to O365 because their IT people think that this is a not so much secure. We need some more security. We need some more backup. We need some. For that reason, they not move their things to the cloud. So this for that reason, mostly company go in a hybrid cloud. Something limited things they keep the things in a private cloud because private cloud everyone know that is more secure, more chargeable, more we can doing setting and rest thing. We cannot say that is public cloud is not secure because then question asked that is why you go to the public cloud. If you are thinking that is public cloud is not secure, then why you go to the public cloud? Public cloud is secure, but something there is a dependency. Some dependency occurs, some restriction occurs, some more security features you want. For that purpose, we keep some data in a private cloud. So hybrid cloud is a combination of private cloud and public cloud. Clear or any questions regarding this? You see my screen or you not see my camera? There two things. Are you able to see my screen or camera? So you can give example of all three clouds, right? Now my screen is clear. See, again, we explain all the things from the starting, from faster, because this is very important. When you start your training from the first day till the last day, or any, either you become a solution architect, or you become a technical specialist, or you become a system engineer, this concept 100, if you If this concept is not clear, then you cannot design anything in a cloud. These are basic fundamental things. That is, when you start in a cloud, either you can join AWS or either you can use a Azure cloud. First question is, what is cloud? Everyone knows that is what is cloud. What is cloud? That is whatever the things, what are the services you purchase from the services provider, that is AWS. AWS will create all the things from their data centers. You can purchase the services from the AWS and you can pay the amount to the AWS. That is a cloud. Cloud is nothing. That is, it's the services you can purchase from service provider. That is called as a single line definition. That is, if anyone asks what is a cloud computing in single line, cloud computing is a range of service delivered over the internet or the cloud. Otherwise, I will type here. That is, just if you have a pen copy, just note down this definition, learn this definition. Cloud computing. The single line definition is a range of services delivered over the internet. Definition, it's a single line definition. If anyone asks what is a cloud computing, that is, cloud computing is a range of services delivered over the internet. Then why we go to the cloud? Second question, they will ask why we go to the cloud. Why we go to the cloud? Because when we go to the on-premises, we have to purchase your servers, we have to maintain your servers, we have to update your server, patch update every week, every month. We have to update your servers. If the server is down, we need to check. We need a very big IT team to maintain the servers. But in cloud, we not need this thing. We need to only purchase a service, get the service that you have to pay. Second thing, storage. Storage is a big concept in IT industry. I've already explained you that is when we go to the file storage servers in on-premises. And for example, if you give a 10 GB space or 100 GB space for every user, and if user can use only 2 GB space, rest 98 GB is a waste for 1 year or 6 months. If you're not using this 98 GB space for 1 year, 98 GB, you can maintain 98 GB space. You have already purchased 98 GB space for that users, and this cost is increasing. The cost power is increasing. But when you go to the cloud, you can only pay for a 2 GB space. When user want a 5 GB space, they will scale your storage for 5 GB. When user want a 100 GB space, they will scale your data to 100 GB. So cost is reduced. Very much cost is reduced in cloud when you go to the cloud. So company go to the cloud. Company purchases cloud services. That is for the service, for the securities, for the storage, so and the cost. In cost saving part is very important features in a cloud. Then second thing coming, there are types of cloud. There are 3 types of cloud. We just review this. First one is a private cloud. Yes. Cloud. Cloud. Private cloud, that is, we can purchase dedicated servers, we can purchase dedicated cage from the cloud provider data centers. That is, I need these 3 servers, 5 servers, or this much servers in a dedicated cage or dedicated racks. So they will provide you the dedicated servers in their data center. So their cost is very high in a private cloud. Public cloud, that is everything you will purchase from services from them and you need to pay. In AWS, hourly basis, 1 hourly basis, you need to payment. So payment is also very simple. That is every hours. For example, if you want to purchase one computer and if you want this computer for only 2 hours, then after 2 hours you delete that computers or you shut down this computer. So you only paid for 2 hours, not for the 34 hours. If you need to again either create a machines or you need to shut down. So mostly for the testing purpose, when we go to the testing environment or when we go to the exam preparations, then they will give you the free session. So you'll just create a computers, do the testing, and then delete that computer. So you can only give the purchase of that much time interval. Hybrid cloud, Private cloud is this. Public cloud is what? That is, for example, Google or Amazon Workspace, or you have Ola Cab. They have to what they have to do? They have to purchase a service. They have to purchase a networks. They have to purchase storage from the service provider, that is AWS, and whatever the service they have to purchase, they paid that amount. So that is called as a public cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of private cloud and public cloud. For example, company want 80% data in the public cloud and 20% data is more secure. They don't, there is some dependency to go to the public cloud, then they keep their data in the private cloud. So this is called as a hybrid cloud. For example, in messaging part, if you learn messaging part, for example, your company have a 50,000 or 80,000 or 1 lakh employees. So the more VIP person or company owners, so they need a more secure data. They need a more security for their email. So they will keep their mail for the private cloud, and rest people, they move their data to the public cloud. Otherwise, some application there have some dependency. So they keep their application in a private cloud, and rest they keep all the data to the private cloud. So these are the three things, that is a private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. Any questions, any doubts? Otherwise, we go to the next thing. Any questions regarding this cloud? Why we go to the cloud and types of cloud? We have learned four things, that is what is cloud, why company go to the cloud, why we go to the cloud, and types of cloud, that is private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. If you have any questions regarding this, please ask me in chat. Clear? Very good. Thank you. So we'll just take a 10 minutes break, then we again join 8 p.m. Is it okay? Okay, very good. That is, you can write one line definition for each cloud. Very good. So I'm just writing you here, that is one line definitions, just to read this. It is very good. Right. So write this. Cloud. Cloud. Private cloud provides these definitions of private. Just write down. Once you write down, please confirm. So I will definition of public cloud. Just note down this definition. It's a single line definition. Once you complete it, please confirm. So we will write the business. Cloud cloud is what? What is public cloud? That is using the internet. So, one more. Right. So this is public cloud. Public cloud uses the internet to store and manage access to data and application. It is completely virtualized, providing an environment where shared resources are needed. This is the public cloud. Just note down your confirmation. So subnet. Okay. Subnet. Symbol. Text. Products. Sample. Example actually give. Let's note on this first. Then completed. Shared. Just I will explain you what is the shared resources. What is shared resources? That is many people are using that resources. That is called as a shared resources. For example, if you take a file server, you purchase a file server that is 100 GB space, and we have to distribute the space 10 GB space for 10 people. That is also called as the shared resources. Multiple people are using that resource. That is called as a shared resource. Anything, shared pen, shared copy, what is this? That is multiple people are using. So it is called the shared. Same thing, resources are shared. That is, for example, if you purchase a file transfer protocol or file servers, and we have to distribute that space from 10 people. So this is called as the storage sharing. That is called the shared resources. Then next is hybrid. Written, completed. Just provide your confirmation. So I will write. Share. Example. What is the example of private cloud? Anyone can explain? I've already explained you what is a private cloud, what is public cloud. Example of private cloud. Anyone can give one chat. What is a private cloud? Example of private cloud. Just try to give the answer. What is a private cloud? Otherwise, I will give you the answer. No issues. Right? Bank server. Right. See, not any servers, not bank servers. Just say bank server. Correct. That answer is correct. Bank server. But any servers that you purchase, just note down. Otherwise, I can give any server or computers. Mostly server or purchasing, not computer, but right? Any server or computer that you taken rent from dedicated data center. Thing is that, see, actually, what is AWS and what is Amazon? What these people are doing and what is cloud? Cloud, we are saying cloud, everywhere cloud. What is cloud? Previously, when I am doing project from Ratnakar Bank that I have explained you, that is what I had done. I had go to the NetMagic. I purchase a case in NetMagic and I have stored my servers. I have installed Windows Server 2012 on that time. I have installed Action 2016 and that time Action 2013 in that data centers. I have purchased a file servers. I have created a file servers. I have shared the path from the users. That is our team are doing the things. And Ratnakar Bank purchased this amount to the NetMagic. NetMagic job is do everything, and Ratnakar Bank contact to the NetMagic. They tie between NetMagic. NetMagic give all the things. NetMagic created a cage for them, and NetMagic provide the services. So this is a private cloud. What they people are doing? Come in the market with concept that is a public cloud or cloud. What that you don't go to the NetMagic, you come to my place, AWS or Amazon. I will create everything from you, and you pay to me. But when you purchase a private cloud in the AWS or Amazon, what they are doing, they have given the same thing from their dedicated center, their dedicated data center. The same thing they are doing from their dedicated data center. The same thing. That is for the private cloud. The things comes from the public cloud, changes to the public cloud. Why go to this big company? That is go to the public cloud. Previously, when you go to the private cloud, that is, for example, if you give 10 GB space or 100 GB space for every user, and in company my 100 employees is there, so we need to purchase a storage for 100 people. But when IT people are checking that in that 100 GB for Anmol have allocated 100 GB space, but Anmol are using only 2 GB space, and rest 98 GB space is only wasted for 1 year. Means Anmol is not store anything from the 98 GB. So, but company can purchase the storage for 100 GB for Anmol. So this is a wastage. This is a wastage for this company, wastage amount for the company. But in cloud computing, in public cloud computing, what they launch, that is you don't purchase 100 GB space. You only purchase a 2 GB space. In future, if you want the 100 GB space, I will give you the 100 GB space, and you will give me the payment of 100 GB space. But in current time, if you want a 2 GB space, then you can only give me the price of 2 GB space. So main thing is the public cloud. Private cloud is the same, not changes more than, but in public cloud, things is changed. They introduce a public cloud. So this is a private cloud. Public cloud, that is AWS, Amazon, AWS or Azure, Microsoft Azure, whatever the virtual machines you have created, whatever the servers you have created, whatever the network things you have taken from this service provider, then you can, for example, simple example, the best example if you see, so it's called as Exchange Online. If you anyone knows this, Exchange Online, O365. O365 is the best example. O365, that is message or email, Microsoft email in cloud. Best example for public cloud. So previously, what we people are doing, if any technical background or if an IT background here, what we people are doing, we purchase Exchange server, we purchase a backup of that Exchange server, and we create a mailbox on that. But now nothing we do. We just create a mailbox in O365, and we get the amount for the license. That is, if I to create there are many types of license that we not go in detail. Otherwise, I don't you understand or not. For example, they are giving a two types of license. That is, if anyone want only online version, then there is a different license, and if anyone uses Outlook, then they have a different license. And whatever the license you purchase, you pay amount for that license. So this is the public cloud. Next, hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of private and public cloud. Private cloud already understand that is purchase servers in a dedicated case or dedicated data centers, and public cloud that is purchase services from the cloud provider. And hybrid cloud is what? That is combinations of both. So for example, I had already example given you. For example, if anyone company want that is for 80 users, mailbox present in O365, and for 20 users, mailbox present in on-premises. So what they will do, they will purchase 80 user license from Microsoft, and 20 people they will create a exchange. They will create exchange server. They will deploy exchange server in on-premises data centers, and then create a mailbox for 20%. So this is called as a hybrid cloud. Example, if you write down in technical terms, hybrid cloud, that is example of hybrid cloud. So this is a real world example, not from a Google or copy paste example. View mailbox present in O365 and mailbox that's present in so one. And once completed, please confirm me. So we'll take some break and then. Please confirm once you will write out this example. Done? Everyone written this sentence, this example? No. Okay. So we'll take a 10 minutes break. So 8:06 we join at 8:16 or 8:20. We'll join at 8:20. Hello. So I'm audible? Hello. Yes. Okay. Good. So we'll wait or we'll start. Please confirm. We'll wait some time, 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, very good. So whatever we have learned till now, it's clear, right? Or any doubts? Any doubts or anything that is clear? That is still now whatever we have learned. We have learned 4 points. What is cloud? Why we go to the cloud? What is a private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud? So 5 points, no doubt. Very good. Thank you. So now let's go to the next topic. Today I will give you some practical session also, but mostly first clear the concept. SaaS. Camera is I have stopped my camera because it takes out more bandwidth. Well, let's see my screen, right? So now we learn these three things. This is very important thing. That is a SaaS, SaaS, and IS. That is SAS, EAS, and IS. So first is SAS. So software as a service. Their name is software as a service. What is this software as a service? Please try to give the answer in chat box. Everyone try to give the answer because mostly I assume that everyone knows this thing, software as service, platform as service, and infrastructure as service. But please try to give the answer. Otherwise, I will explain you everything in detail. But try to give the answer. What is a software as a service? What is this? So, Zoom meeting, an example of SaaS software. Is very good. It's an example. But what is a software as service? Zoom meeting is an example of SaaS. 100% correct. Zoom meeting is an example of SaaS. But what is software as a service? How we can define this software as a service? You don't need to install any software in your computer. It will be taken care by cloud provider. Very good. It's a 100% correct answer. That is software as a service. In cloud world, whatever you can purchase, whatever you are taking the services is distributed in three parts. Salesforce, very good. Salesforce is a part of SaaS. I'm not audible. Very good. I'm not audible. Why? Hello, I'm not audible. Hello.
You are audible.
Thank you. Okay. So whatever services we are purchasing from this cloud provider, that is AWS or Azure, there are two big player in the market. So I'm every time I'm taking a name of Azure also. There is one Amazon Workspace AWS, and second is Microsoft Azure. So they are two big players. Google Cloud is also there, but mostly these are two big players, that is AWS and Amazon. Amazon or AWS and Microsoft Azure. Amazon is the same. Amazon AWS. So whatever the services we are purchasing from them that are distributed in three parts: software as a service, platform as a service, and what is bit.ly? What is it written? HTTPS. What is this? First, have written something. First, what is this? Bit.ly. So, okay, no issues. Give some example. Okay, no issues. So, what is the software service? That is, software service is a cloud computing things. That is, here we cannot install anything, we cannot do anything. Software services is a cloud computing offering that provide user with access to a vendor cloud-based software. That is a Zoom meeting. For example, we are logging in a Zoom meeting, right? We cannot, what we have done, we have done only the limited installation part of Zoom. Otherwise, if you don't need to install Zoom, then also no issues. Directly join that on an online mode and you can join the meeting. So there is a Zoom service anywhere in the world. We don't know where it is present, maybe in India or maybe the outside of the India. So we have to connect that service. We have to Zoom have launched their application and maybe Azure or maybe AWS, and whatever we people are doing, we people just log in the Zooms and access our meeting. So this is the best example of software as a service. For example, Gmail is also best example of software as a service. That is, we have not purchased Gmail, or we have not in Gmail we are not giving any amount to the Gmail, Google, and we just go to the Gmail portal, log in a Gmail, type your credential and password, and log in. So wherever in the world Gmail have hosted their servers, their DCDR, everything they have created, they have done anything, and we can only utilize as a server. If you have in your company, then you need to purchase the service and you need to pay the amount to the service for that service provider. For example, if you have to purchase service from the AWS, or if you want to purchase services from Azure, then you pay the amount to that service. So key feature is SaaS vendors provide user with software and application via subscription model. Subscription model means, what is subscription model? That is a license model. For example, if anyone knows messaging parts, so in messaging, Microsoft Office 365, they have provided three types of license. That is a E1 license, E3 license, or E5 license. And the same thing. So what is the basic? I will giving the example, real world example, because mostly people are using email things. So I'm giving you the example of, but that is not. When you go to the next curriculum activity or next plan to go to the next certification, then we go in a detail. So when you're purchasing license from Microsoft giving a three types of license: E1 license, or called F1 license, or E3 license, E5. What is the difference then? E1 is that we can use an Outlook in an online version, that is over. If you take an E3 license, then Outlook on a desktop, and E5, that is some security feature, extra security feature, team feature, then software dialing or phone dialing features available in a Teams. So it depends upon their license, depends upon E1, cost is different. E3 have a more cost and E5 has a more cost. Same thing for the software as a service. Whatever the software you are purchasing from the AWS, Amazon Workspace, you need to pay the amount in an hourly basis. For example, you purchase a one computer, if you purchase service for two computers, if you purchase a service for 3 servers, 5 servers, 5 servers, whatever the storage you are purchasing. Purchasing means rental basis. Purchasing means not that is you have purchased from lifetime. Whatever the things we are purchasing here, that is from the hourly basis, monthly basis, depend upon means rental basis. Here the thing is rental basis. Everything is on the rent. That is a software as a service. User do not have to manage, install, upgrade software. Means, for example, if you take a service from Windows Server, that is we cannot use to upgrade a software, we cannot manage anything, we cannot install, means directly we have to select and they will create all the things for you. When we go in a practical session, then I will show you all the things in detail. That is how we can create a virtual machine, how we can create a virtual server in a detail. So user do not have to manage, install, or upgrade software. SaaS provider manages. Means vendor can manage, AWS can manage all the things. Data is secure in the cloud, everything secure in the cloud. Equipment failure does not result in a loss of data. Equipment failure, loss of data means that is they have to create a DCDR. They have to create means we give the suggestion to him, that is this, we will explain you region pair. What is the region pair is in cloud computing terms. That is my primary data center present will which region, and my secondary copy present will be which data centers, which location, which geographical location, that we will decide. So data is not failure. That is 100%, 99.9% they have to commit. That is your data will be uptime. Uptime is 99.9%. Use our resource I will also explain you in next session how we can calculate 99.9%, 99.95%, 99.9%, 99%. So these are terms. We will show you how to calculate these things in detail in the next session. So user do not have to manage, install, data is secure in the cloud. Equipment failure does not result in a loss of data. Use of resource can be scaled depending on service need. This is a very important thing, that is use of resource can be scaled depending on service need. Again, I will explain you. That is, for example, if previously what we are doing, that is previously if you are purchasing a file server for 100 people, and if you need to give 100 GB space for every person, then you need to purchase a file server from a lifetime. But in this cloud computing terms, in this cloud computing world, that is scaling features is available. Scaling features available means what? That is, for example, if today did Anmol is using only 2 GB space, so Anmol will pay only amount for 2 GB. Means your Anmol company or Anmol will pay only amount for 2 GB space. In future, in 5 days, in 1 month, in 2 months, if Anmol using 50 GB space, then Anmol will pay 50 GB space amount. Or Anmol company, Anmol is the employee of any company, XYZ company, so he will pay amount of 50 GB space. So scaling features is present in cloud. It is very important term in interview. It is asking what is scaling. We'll also explain in detail in next classes. That is what is scaling, how types of scaling. So applications are accessible from almost any internet connected device. But means we need only one basic laptop or we need an internet. If you have an internet, if you have a good internet, then you can use your server, you can use your machine anywhere in the world. So that is application are accessible from almost any internet connected device from virtually anywhere in the world. So first I will give you the main points. If you want, you write down this thing because this thing is very important and mostly interview this question is asked. Everyone know what is a SaaS. I will give you one line definition and the main points. Yeah. That's software as a service. So check on this thing. Software as a service. Single line definition. That is software as a service. That's AWS. This called cloud computing offering that provides users with access to a vendor cloud where single line definition. Just note down this for me once you get this thing. This is a single line definition and your screen is not visible. My screen is not visible. Hello. I cannot hear you properly. Removing my headphones. Hello, now I'm audible clearly. Maybe it's issue from your side also. Visible. Okay. I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So maybe there is issue. Just disconnect the session and again rejoin it. Maybe this issue from your side also. So just write down this thing. This thing is very important. Single line definition and definition of SaaS. Mostly people, I assume that know the SaaS, but just note down again. SaaS, software as a service. Software as a service as a cloud computing offering. Offering means they will offer. AWS will offer. Offering that provides user with access to a vendor cloud-based software. So they have installed anywhere, we don't know. We don't know where they have installed Zoom. Either in Mumbai, in Delhi, in Noida, in Bangalore, in India, in China, I don't know. But we are using. So this is a software as a service. We are purchasing any softwares and we paid amount for that. That headache is there. That is, they install, how they can manage, how they can update the server. Their headache is there. But our thing is that we can purchasing the service and we can get the amount. So this is software. Just write down this thing, and once you return, please confirm. So I will give you some points of software. Okay, vendor example picture. That I will give you. Give me 1 minute. So you have completed, right? This line, right? You have written this thing. Please confirm. Okay, very good. Thank you. So just delete this. Important point. Just 3 to 4 point I will give you. That is important. This is asking for interviews. That is what is the features. It's called important point. I will just in bracket if you want write down. features. Because definitions I have already given, these are features. Not in detail I will write out, but the thing that is important that I will give you. SaaS vendors. Who is vendor? Anyone give the answer? Who is vendor? What is vendor? Software. Software. Subscription model. Subscription model. Okay. SaaS vendors provide users with software and application via subscription model. Who is vendor? Anyone try to answer what is vendor? The very common word in IT industry. Vendor means third party user with the service, right? Vendor means that, for example, if you are a non-IT company, for example, Ratnakar Bank purchase anything from the NetMagic. So NetMagic is a vendor for Ratnakar Bank. So here, for example, if you are purchasing Outlook licenses, MS Office licenses, or mailbox licenses. So Microsoft is our vendor. We go to the Microsoft, we inform Microsoft that is I need 50 F1 license, then 100 E3 license or 200 E5 license. So SaaS vendor provide users with software. We are purchasing software, Outlook license, MS Office license. So MS Office is a software and application or any application via subscription model. Subscription model means what? That is, for example, if I am purchasing an E1 license for E3 license, if you go in a detail, Google it this thing, so you better understand what is this, what I'm talking about, Office E1 license, E1. So E1 have a different price, E3 have different price, and E5 have a different price because their features are different. So according to their features, Microsoft will charge or AWS will charge. So SaaS vendor provide users with softwares and application via subscription model. Any doubts, any questions? Please ask in chat if you have any doubts. If no, then good. And second is users. So I think I'm in the place. Users do not. This is a very important thing in futures. Either you become architect, either you become a technical specialist, either you become an employee or any engineers. Then these things you should learn by heart. It means if anyone asks, simply just give the answer, give the what is SaaS, what is the definition of SaaS. These are the main important features. So users do not have to manage, install, or upgrade software. SaaS provider manage this. What is the meaning of this? User do not have to manage, install, or upgrade software. SaaS provider manages. What is the meaning of this? Anyone try to explain? Yes, please try. Everyone, this simple sentence. What is this meaning? User do not have to manage, install, or upgrade software. SaaS provider manages. What is the meaning of this? We can directly work on that too. The meaning of this is what? That is, for example, if anyone work in current environment or IT world or recently working in IT world, for example, if you purchase Windows Server, or if your company have 100 or 200 Windows machine, for example, Windows 10 machine or 10 to, I'm giving a little small company, otherwise company have a more number of desktop, more number of laptop, more number of server. For example, if your company have 100 desktop or some 50 servers, and you have to purchase Windows 10 license for 100 desktop and 50 license for Windows Server. You have installed everything done. But what next? In every month, Microsoft update their patch. In every month, Microsoft update their patch and they recommend to install their patch. So mostly company, what we are doing, either they are using a SCCM, SCOM, or Intune, and they have to push the patch from desktop machine, right? So who will install this? That is your IT team will install, your IT team will manage. Your IT team will monitor that is which systems are upgraded or not. For example, antivirus install. So your IT team will monitor your antivirus is upgraded or not. And if any antivirus is not upgraded, why antivirus is not upgraded on that server? Why patch is not installed on that servers? What is the reason behind that? So a lot of IT people or IT works in a background working. Normal people don't know. Normal people only go to the company, take a laptop, work on their laptop, and go to the home because they are non-IT people. But IT people on a background, they are doing all the things. They have to managing the upgrade, they have to managing the firewall, they have to managing the antivirus upgrade. So in this case, in this environment, in cloud environment, users means we or IT people have not any headache to manage, install, or upgrade softwares. Okay, anyone raise hand? Two participants raise hand. Yes. Who is this? Anyone raise the hands? Anyone asking the question? Yagneshwar. Yagneshwar, you are asking something? I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yagnesh, raise the hand to talk anything. Now they have, okay, no issues. Okay, audible now. So, any doubts about these 2 points? User do not have to manage, install, or upgrade software. SaaS provider manages. Any doubts? Because in interview, in a panel, they are asking these questions. Everyone read this sentence. User do not have to manage, install, or upgrade software. SaaS provider manages. But what is this? How to explain this? That is in cloud environment. If you have to purchase any software, if you have to purchase any service, if you have to purchase means rent on service, if you have to take a service from any service, you don't have any headache to upgrade the softwares. You don't have headache to upgrade the antivirus. You don't have to check anything. They have to manage everything for you, and you can only get the amount for your service. So this is the second point. User do not have to manage, install, or upgrade software. SaaS provider manage this. This is the second point. Third point, I think we have to remove here. Just note down this thing in notebook, or if your computer can note down in notepad. Then third point, write down this data. Data is secure in the cloud. And equipment failure does not result in loss of data. What is the meaning of this? Data is secure in the cloud. Equipment failure does not result in loss of data. What is the meaning of this? Anyone explain? Try to explain this thing. Data is secure in the cloud. Equipment failure does not result in loss of data. Simple sentence. And this form this. Okay. What do you mean by data is secure in the cloud? Just try to give the answer. What is the meaning of data is secure in the cloud? Simple, data is secure in the cloud, but how? The big question in IT world when we go to the cloud, that is my data is secure? Is because this is not your, this is a corporate data, and every corporate has a first headache is rest headache, but afterwards, but first headache is first tension is IT world is security, data security. Data, for example, if you have to enroll your Aadhaar card and in other country have hacked your Aadhaar card, means what? They have to hack your all the data. They have hacked your all the information. So data is secure in the cloud. So when we go to the AWS or when we go to the Azure, there is an agreement between our company, means your companies, and AWS, that is your data is secure. We have to give you the guarantee that your data is secure, and if your data is leak or anything, they will do the penalty of that. So in IT world, it is very, very tough question is data security. So data, mostly company are first asking how my data is secure. How we can say my data is secure? So they will explain how your data is secure in the cloud. Equipment failure does not result in loss of data. What is the meaning of that? Just try to explain the thing. Equipment failure does not result in loss of data. So what is meaning of that? Equipment failure, that is DCDR concept, or If any problem or troubleshoot occurred in the company or data center, they help us to data is secure and also ensure data is secured by authority, right? Very good. That is equipment failure means what? That is if their primary data center or if their any region data center is failed, they will move your data to the another data center. That is their headache. That is their tension. So they will give you the 99.99% or whatever the SLA. I will in the next training session, I will define you, I will explain you what is SLA. Because when you go to the real world, when you go to the real IT market, the big question is what is SLA? The full form is, anyone know what is SLA? If no, please write in chat. What is SLA? Service level agreement. Very good. Service level agreement. What is service level agreement? Please explain what is service level agreement in a single sentence. What is SLA? Because when you go in a meeting, when you become a technical specialist, when you become a manager, IT manager, what is SLA? What is your SLA? What is your downtime? This question in IT world is a means what you are saying. That is a ABC question. SLA, downtime. I don't need any downtime. I need 99.99% uptime. What is this? What is SLA? SLA is what? That is there is a service level agreement between your company and service provider. If your service provider will give you the 99.99% or 99.9% SLA, and if they have not reached the SLA, so you will claim the amount to that service provider. Just remember this thing, just note down things in diary or notepad or anywhere. That is SLA. It's a very important question. What is SLA? That is service level agreement. Because for example, if you are bank, if you are in bank, for example, you are in HDFC Bank and your HDFC Bank website will be down for 10 minutes, 15 minutes or half an hour, there is a huge amount of loss, huge loss you will facing. So who will pay this amount? This company will pay the amount, whatever written in SLA. Because when you go to the cloud, they will give you the surety that if this is our SLA. If I will breach, if service provider will breach this SLA, whatever the penalty decide on that agreement, that they will pay. Mostly this thing is not come in a real world, but yes, sometimes it will come in real world and company will pay, Microsoft will pay the amount to your company that is they have to breach. So this for that reason, these are again SLA. See, I'm just remove this. You have written this, right? Data is secure in the cloud. Equipment failure does not result in loss of data, right? Everyone have written this sentence. Please confirm. So I will, because these are very important things. In futures, many times you face this word, and anyone ask this question: what is SLA? Service level agreement. This is the definition of this service level agreement. Agreement. Spelling is wrong. Right. So, okay. Service level agreement. What is service level agreement? Means what? When we go to the Amazon workspace or when we go to the Microsoft Azure on a real world, on a real company, when for example IT company or Johnson & Johnson or non-medical company or mostly non-IT company goes to this person, that is Amazon or Azure. For example, Johnson & Johnson, take example of Johnson & Johnson, a very big company, Johnson & Johnson. If they go to the Microsoft or if they go to the AWS and say, I want this much servers, I want this much mailbox, I want this much file servers, I want this much SaaS servers, or I want this SAP servers, right? I want this much. They will give you the amount, price this. Then comes to the SL, and then they will explain you this is our SL. For example, they will in detail. I will when you go to the practical, then I will give you. For example, they will give you the SL of 99.99%. So there is a calculation method. In next session, I will show you what is the calculation method, 99.99%. So we will calculate this 99.99% in an hour basis. And we have to divide in a 365 days and we have to calculate the hour. So for example, in 1 year, that is a 4 hours downtime is happened, then they will not give you the payment of anything. But if the downtime is increased from that 4 hours, whatever the defined SLA, example that is 4 hours. So if the downtime goes to more than 4 hours in a year, then they will give you the penalty. You will ask to give the penalty. So that is called the SLA. That is called the service level agreement. Service level agreement is a tie-up between you, it's your company, and the service provider. Simple definition, single line statement, that is service level agreement is a tie-up between your company and service provider. Okay, so this is the third point. Next is, any doubts? If you have any doubt, just ask. Otherwise, I will go to the next one. Next is use of resources. Just one point I will explain, then I will give you some little bit idea of how the AWS is view into the use of resource can be scaled depending on service need. Can you explain this point? Use of resources can be scaled depending on service need. What is the meaning of this? Yes, give in chat. What is the meaning of this? Use of resources can be scaled depending on service need. What is the meaning of this? Yes, please try. Auto scaling. What is auto scaling? Pay per use. Some little bit more. What is auto scaling? And simplify auto scaling. But what is auto scaling? First time I have explained you that is file server. File server. What is a file server? 100 GB space. What is auto scaling? Just writing one or two sentences. What is auto scaling? You can increase your server storage, etc. in a few clicks. Not see actually what is auto scaling. This is a very important thing. What is auto scaling? For example, again I will explain the same thing. Same thing you will also explain in interview if anyone asks what is auto scaling. What is auto scaling means? For example, currently Anmol using 2 GB space. And when the server is present in on-premise Exchange server, then IT people can allocate some file server space for every user, depend upon company criteria. For example, previously they had given 100 GB space for Anmol. Anmol will, whatever the important things, Anmol will save on that file server. But previously the disadvantage is that Anmol is using only 2 GB space in a file server. Rest 98 GB space is wasted. Wasted means not usable by Anmol. But company can maintain that 100 GB space, right? So, but in cloud environment, if Anmol is using 2 GB space, so you will bid only, or your company will bid only 2 GB space amount to the service provider. When in futures, in 5 days, 10 days, 1 month, 2 months, if Anmol using 5 GB space, if Anmol using 10 GB space, if Anmol using 50 GB, they will auto scale the thing. It is very important questions, or mostly in interviews, this is asking the question, what is auto scale? So whatever the user requirement, according to the user requirement, they will increase the speeds and they will charge accordingly. So it is called as a auto scaling.